Good morning, lovebirds. It's time to get into the tea with Love Lex P. Happy Monday, y'all. We back. It's another week of Love Lex P. Y'all know I don't spend a lot of time talking and BSing y'all. We like to get right into the tea. Now, I know y'all see I got them tatas out today. I wore this outfit for a very specific reason, okay? Usually I be kicking back and chilling. But if you do your homework and you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, please just stay tuned because I wore this for a reason, okay? And we're going to get into that. Now, I do have something to say really quick. Okay, I don't have the orange on today. I went back black. Y'all can see my face is really shiny right now. My makeup looks kind of crazy. Well, I have on concealer, a little powder, and some lashes and some gloss, obviously. I didn't do foundation. I started my skincare stuff. If you watch Poor Minds, I'm back on my skincare routine. I'm on tretinoin right now, so that's why my forehead is really shiny. My chin is peeling. My nose is peeling. So if my skin is looking a little crazy, y'all just bear with me. I got to show up for y'all every Monday, so I had to record. And I couldn't put too much makeup on because of the tretinoin. So just bear with me. Put some shades on if my forehead is blinding you. We gonna get through this together. Ain't that right, Betty? All right, now let's get into the tea. Now, y'all know I don't get into politics on Poor Minds, on Love Lex P, on anything. I like to keep my political views to myself. I feel like a lot of things get misconstrued and confused when we start talking about religion and politics, and people get real sensitive. But I do want to say something. Azalea Banks, and I keep it real cute when I talk about Azalea because y'all know she likes to put cat and people gumbo and light them on fire in the closet, and I don't deal with that. Yes, Betty, she crazy. Azalea Banks tweeted something along the lines of, hey, I think it's time to admit that everybody who voted for Trump, we made a mistake. And I think his name is Roman Reigns, the wrestler, the WWE wrestler or whatever. He admitted in Vanity Fair that he also voted for Trump. And I say this with caution, okay? I am a person, I believe in everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to vote the way they want to vote. But I also will say, what did y'all think was going to happen? Y'all sat up there and watched Trump, the first time he was in office, take credit for something that Obama took 8 years to build and get back right. The economy that y'all were living in when Trump was in office was the economy that Barack Obama built. First of all, I know y'all aren't slow. We all went to school, okay? So the fact that y'all believed, oh, life was so good when Trump was in office, who do you think did that, sweetie? Who do y'all think did that, honey? The fact that y'all let a man like Donald Trump in office and y'all voted him not only once, but twice in there just lets y'all know how y'all truly feel about not only black people, but women. The voting is very important, especially in your local elections. I just want to leave it at that. I think now we are seeing what we all who voted for Kamala, we knew what was going to happen. So I just can't, what did y'all think was going to happen? And also, to my ladies out there who feel like you don't care, all my girlies out there, if you wear extensions, if you wear lash extensions, anything, everything is about to go up, okay? Wigs are already $30,000, okay? They finna be a lot more. Okay, not $30,000, but synthetic wigs right now are like $50, $60. They're about to be like $150, seriously. If all this keeps going like it's going, I just hope that y'all are prepared and you have your coins saved, honey. Save them coins, honey. Okay, moving on to the hot topics. We have a lot of stuff to get into today. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It was kind of a slow news week. Now, but y'all know I found some tea. It's always some tea. And I will say this. Somebody was in the comments like, Lex, I love how fast you get through the topics and you don't spend too much time on one topic, because I have a short attention span, and I do as well. It's so hard for me to pay attention to things sometimes. So I don't want y'all to think I'm speeding through these topics. I just be trying to let's get on to the next because we got a lot to cover. Okay, first things first. A blog, I don't know the exact blog because I didn't screenshot it in my phone and I should have. Y'all can search it, whatever. Cardi B was going back and forth about them posting something that wasn't true about her. And long story short, she was like, okay, y'all want to report on me, but why didn't y'all report that Offset was sleeping with Ari while we were married? I know, Betty. That shit is crazy. She said, Ari who? Good question, Betty. Same thing I said. Everybody is freaking out. They're looking at Ari, aka the real Kyle sister, aka Moneybagg Yo's girlfriend. Like, Ari, say something. Is it you? Did you sleep with Offset while him and Cardi were together? Cardi, who are you talking about? Now, obviously, Cardi didn't want that to be leaked or, made public, but I feel like this. Before we jump to conclusions, do y'all know how many people have the name Ari? It could be Ari Lennox. No shade, no tea. I love Ari Lennox, but I know it ain't Ari Lennox. But I'm just saying, I know a lot of Aris personally. I got about 2 or 3 Aris in my phone right now. So I think before we jump the gun, we need to figure out what Ari that she's talking about. I like to protect women over here. Okay, I don't think Ari did that. I believe that it's not true. I believe Cardi is talking about another Ari. So until I see some facts, it's all allegedly, because I do have $3.99 in the bank account this week because I got my lashes done. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm just here to report the news. Cardi seems happy. Now, she's with one of the Diggs brothers, and he was recently on live talking about he not single. He said, yeah, I'm off the market, boo. So, Cardi, do your thing and have a good time. I'm just happy that she is moving on with her life. She was recently spotted at Coachella looking gorgeous as usual, having a time. And Ari just took your son on vacation, having a good time. So stop trying to pit 2 bad bitches against each other until we got some facts, y'all. That's all I have to say. Moving on, Boston Richey has been arrested for violating his pre-child rules stemming from his 2023 judge case. Okay, everybody knows Boston Richey. Help me. Baby, can you help me? I'm trying to make sure I'm not having a nipple slip. Betty, help me. Betty, can you help me? You supposed to be on nipple duty. So Boston Richey has been arrested, and the judge cited Tatiana, his girlfriend's abuse allegations as means to deem him dangerous. Now, I feel like this. If you saw the footage of Boston and Tati in that outside of that club in Houston, I'm going to post a clip of it. If you saw that footage, that was like, oh my God. Tati is little. Boston, your back is like, it ain't big, but it's like medium big. Like, you know how they have sizes and it'll say medium to large? You got a medium to large back. Keep your hands to yourself. That's a woman, and not only is she's a tiny woman. So I can only imagine what goes on behind closed doors between them two. So I think Boston and Tati need to get away from each other. That's my first thought. My second thought is, oh my gosh, Tati is so young. She is so young, and I hate this for her because I was a young tot at one point, living a young, wild, fast life. And I'm just really hoping that this beautiful young girl doesn't burn herself out before she hits 25, because baby, life hasn't even started for you yet. I hope that she is not pregnant like they saying that she is, because if she has to be connected to this man for the rest of her life, oh, Godspeed. I hate to see the girls going out sad, so young. Oh my gosh, when I tell y'all I am 35, I'm thriving, life is good, I got money. Oh my gosh, I have money, I'm living, I'm traveling. I got a show coming out on BET this week.
Come on. Huh? Why are you walking like that?
Baby, this rich auntie walk right here, baby.
What?
Yeah, the rich auntie. Mm-hmm.
Let me hold $20.
I ain't got it.
By the time y'all watching this right now, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm getting ready for my premiere party. I'm not trying to make this about me, but ladies, please stop letting these men get you off track. Please, God. Okay, so moving on to my brother from another, my Coke King. Ooh, did I say that? Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown recently went on Shannon Sharp, and he said Britney Spears butchered my prerogative. He said he didn't like that. I'm going to show the little clip. He said he did not like the version and that she completely butchered it. She ruined it.
It really did justice to any of the samples that they have done to my songs. Like Britney Spears butchered Damn, Bobby. She butchered Prerogative. Teddy Riley produced it, but that was a butchering that, I couldn't take it.
Now, I will say, Bobby, hold on now. Not too much on my girl, Miss Spears. Did she butcher it? Absolutely not. Was your version better? Absolutely. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, Bobby Brown's version is a 10, but I give Britney's version a strong 6, 7. My prerogative, Britney's version is not bad. So my thing was, the Twitter people have gotten a hold to it, and y'all know how they do on Twitter. Y'all know how they do us on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, on TikTok. Y'all know how these people do us on TikTok, the whites. The whites got a hold of this clip, and they're like, the only reason I know of Bobby Brown is because of Britney Spears. Hold on. Slow your roll, because this is what we not gonna do. One thing that I hate that Generation Z does is they try to rewrite history. And one thing Love Lex P we don't do over here is we don't rewrite history. We speak facts. And what we're not going to do is sit up here and say, Mr. The Bobby Brown was virtually unknown until Britney Spears did My Prerogative. Let's not do that. Now, I do think we have to put some respect on Miss Spears' name, but Bobby also has a right to his opinion. If he feels like she butchered it, that's how he feels. He didn't say nothing bad about the lady. He just said he didn't like that particular song. And you have to realize My Prerogative was one of Bobby Brown's biggest hits. So it's a hit that's close to his heart. You know what I'm saying? And he said the reason that he released the song, or, he signed off on it for her to do it, was because it was like, okay, it's Britney Spears. It's a check. Now, Bobby, I love you, but I'm like, did you even have the rights to sign off on it or not? Was that your doing for real? Because we know how the music industry works, and I don't know how much of your music you own and you do not own, but I don't think it was you that signed off on Britney to do it anyway. I think Britney was going to come out with that version whether you liked it or not, if I'm being honest. No disrespect, Bobby. You're a legend. I love you, and I'm not letting nobody disrespect you. I'm not doing it, okay? All right, moving on. Okay, so this next story is really crazy to me. So y'all know Gail King recently went to space with Blue Origin. It was organized and paid for by Jeff Bezos. It was Katy Perry, journalist and philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, who was also married to Jeff Bezos, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe, and civil rights activist Amanda Wynn. Okay, so all these beautiful ladies went to space, right? And honestly, they have received so much backlash. They have received a lot of backlash. The people are mad. The people are very angry. So Gail King recently came out and spoke against these people who are mad. She was like, honestly, this is to better us as a world. We're trying to make the world a better place. We're trying to figure out where can we have a lot of trash and things that need to be recycled that we can bring it up into space. This is a mission to help us live a better life on Earth. And honestly, have you been to space, boo? You ain't even been to space. So how you gonna tell me what I'm doing over here is not good when you ain't been to space? First of all,
there was nothing frivolous about what we did. Space is not an either or, it's a both and because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth. What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. Number two, have you been? Have you been? If you've been and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a conversation. Number three, please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride. We duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day.
I love Gail King. I do. I truly love my sister, my auntie in Christ. But it was such a disconnect and so tone deaf. Gail, eggs is $16.99 right now. Like if you see a nigga rolling around and he got some eggs, you like, oh, he got money. This is the economy that we're in right now, Gail, okay? It's just a little tone deaf. There is a lot more important things that your money could be spent on, Jeff Bezos. And I'm not pocket watching. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but there's a lot of things that we could be spending our money on that could really help the economy right now, that could really help people in the middle class and lower class right now make ends meet. People are starving. People are losing their jobs. People are living paycheck to paycheck right now. Rent is $3,000-$4,000 if you want to stay in a nice apartment in Atlanta, okay? So it's just a little tone deaf. The economy is too bad to be sending people to space for 10 minutes. Y'all went up there, took a U-turn, and came right back down, okay? Bitch, I done jumped higher on the trampoline and stayed up in the air longer than that.
Don't try this at home.
So I just think it was a little tone deaf, Gail. I love you. But I think sometimes as people who are in the entertainment industry, it is important to listen. It is important to listen to the crowd on certain things and understand where they're coming from. Listen to your listeners. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the lovebirds. We right here. We see each other. Okay? Moving on. We getting through it because I got to get to this Real Housewives of Atlanta tea. Chris Brown and Karrueche were canoodling at Coachella. Yes, y'all heard me. Chris Brown and Karrueche were canoodling at Coachella. Child, I can't make this up. Oh, yes. Well, they weren't canoodling, but they were, sharing a little giggle, a little laughter. It was very friendly. Now, I know, Kiki, I miss you when I see it. Now, would I like to see Chris Brown and Karrueche back together? I'm not particularly interested in that. I think Karrueche, when she got out of that situation, she glowed up. Let me tell y'all, my favorite thing to see is a woman upgrade after a bad breakup and just continue to live their life and flourish, okay? So do I think Karrueche needs to go back down that road? No, but I do think that we are reading more into it. I think that she went into that just being friendly. Hey, we had our past. I'm healed. I'm not hurt anymore. You have 3 beautiful children, 3 baby mamas. Yeah. So I don't think she wants to be part of the harem. If I'm being quite honest, I don't think Karrueche wants to join Chris Brown's shenanigans with, his baby mothers. And I think Chris Brown has also probably maybe healed and move on. Y'all know men can never let go when they really, really, truly fall in love. So do I think Chris Brown has moved on? You just never know. Y'all remember that song, Karrueche? All right, now moving on, okay? Haley Joel Osment. If y'all know Haley Joel Osment, he is the child actor that starred in Sixth Sense. Now, he starred in many movies since then. He was actually in the movie with Channing Tatum that we reviewed. What was the movie with Channing Tatum? Y'all, why can't I think right now? And my phone not working. What was that damn movie? Blink Twice. I'm sorry, y'all. Blink Twice. He was also in Blink Twice, but he was the child actor that was in Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis. Because y'all know it's time to get in their business. Again, they always be in ours, so it's time to join the whites. He was arrested for public intoxication at 2 p.m. on a ski resort. Why are you drunk at 2 p.m.? And I'm going to insert the footage right here because he was clearly wasted. You can see his helmet is on backwards. He was cutting up.
What's going on?
I'm being detained by these guys.
Okay. Who am I talking to? Is it John? Is it Robert? What is it? I'm an American.
10144, Tommy.
I don't understand what that means. I'm an American. Can you stand up, please? Stand up. Stand up. I am not fighting you. Stand up. You're not fighting me, man. Jesus Christ. Stand up. I'm not fighting you. You put that in my front. Where are you living now? Where are you living? Where do you live? What are you asking? Because I'm the police officer who's taking care of you right now. That's why.
I've been kidnapped by a Nazi. You are.
And they also say they found a controlled substance on him as well. So not only was he skiing, but he might have been skiing. if you catch my drift. So yes, Haley Joel Osment, he got arrested. I'm pretty sure he's out by now, but I just think skiing and drinking is dangerous. I don't know if y'all have ever been skiing. If you haven't, it's very hard. I've been snowboarding and I've been skiing. Both are very hard. I would never do that while getting drunk. Maybe like a glass of wine, but it looked like he was schlizzard. He was white boy wasted for real. Okay, so Haley Joel Osment, let's have fun in moderation, because you really could have hurt somebody out on them slopes, on both of them slopes. Be careful. All right, moving on. We are still in these people news because I love to be in their business. Fyre Festival 2 has been postponed. If y'all aren't familiar with Fyre Festival 2, it was a big deal a few years ago when the first Fyre Festival was supposed to happen. Billy McFarland was actually arrested for scamming a festival that never really happened. People had flew out to go to the first Fyre Festival. There was no performers. They were in bootleg tents eating bologna sandwiches. It was awful. So of course Billy is now out of jail and he's trying to do a Fyre Festival 2, which I don't understand why you're trying to do it again. And the venue is like, nah, this ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. There are no performers there. They don't have any performers booked. So, but they were selling tickets online. I don't think they sold any tickets, because anybody that would buy a ticket to Fyre Festival in 2025, you're absolutely crazy. The organizers are saying that Mexico stole their money. So now when you go to the website, they say tickets are currently not available. And Billy McFarland has finally admitted, the festival is just not happening. The Fyre Festival 2 organizers are saying, over the past 18 months, we've worked closely with experienced third-party festival operators to ensure Fyre Festival 2 is built to the highest standards. But they're claiming that the government and Playa del Carmen screwed them. They're saying the government took their money, issues permits, and promotes the event, and now they're acting like they don't know what's going on. I highly doubt that that's what's going on. We are not going to tear down my Mexican brothers and sisters like that. I'm just sure y'all ran out of money. That's what it sounded like to me. Y'all don't have enough money to pay the people of Mexico's government, because you do have to pay for things like that. You got to get permits. You got to get a lot of things to throw a festival. I would never personally throw a festival. It's very hard. I have friends that do festivals and things like that. Even just throwing a party is hard. So if you are interested in going Fyre Festival 2, I hope you're not, because it's not happening. Billy has said it himself. And Billy, do you really want to go back to jail? I didn't think so. Moving on. All right. Last but not least, this is kind of a serious topic because I do not find none of this shit funny. I never found none of the Diddy jokes funny, and I'm not kidding. So it's two things I want to talk about. Diddy now has a new lawyer that was working on Young Thug's trial. And everybody's like, oh yeah, Diddy's gonna be out by Friday and this and that. Honestly, y'all don't realize these lawyers gonna get paid no matter what. And he's just trying to build up his resume. Brian Steele is now Diddy's lawyer. He was working on Young Thug's trial. And I don't care how good of a lawyer is. We saw the tape of you and Cassie in that hotel room, okay? And a lot of people are saying it doesn't matter. That video was distorted, because now, this is my second report, Diddy expert claims that the Cassie video shows a lot of distortion. I get it. Maybe the video was edited. Maybe it wasn't. But baby, what you cannot edit is you kicking a helpless woman in the face. You didn't edit that. That wasn't AI, baby. I don't care how the video was edited. I saw you kick a helpless woman on her hands and knees in the face. That video could have been just that clip right there. It could have been a 3-second clip of you just kicking her in the face, and that was enough for me to believe you need to be in jail for the rest of your tired ass, soggy-faced life. Y'all know Diddy looked like Snoopy a little bit. He got that long face, just long and drooping, just droopy as hell. I can't stand the man. So keep Diddy where he at. I don't have no sympathy for him. Prayers to Cassie still. Prayers to Cassie still, because Diddy is right where he needs to be. Okay, those are the hot topics this week. We got through it. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm having a good time. And let me say this. Ashton Hall, you did your big one. I don't even promote things, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I didn't buy this. My friend came over and brought a few bottles because she has been drinking this water. And I was like, girl, let me try one. And this is actually some good water. I'm not mad at it. So Saratoga, if y'all want to send Love Lex P some bottles, I got you. You know what I'm saying? We can work it out. Because I ain't drinking this on the show no more. I just had it still. But you know what I'm saying? All right, moving on, y'all. Yeah, Betty a little quiet today, y'all. Betty, you good? I think she got a little whiskey in a cup again. Okay, so moving on, Real Housewives of Atlanta. We are in the next episode. We basically had the fallout from Kenya's shenanigans, guys. Okay, so y'all are probably asking why my titties are out today and why I'm wearing this outfit. You know what? I'm being honest. Since the start of Love Lex P, and we have been reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, I have gave Miss Britt Edie a tough time. I have been coming down on my girl Britt. But you know what? When Britt showed up to the brunch, and we're going to talk about this in a second, this is the outfit she had on. And, you know, I love to see a rich queen who loves to bargain shop. So I said, you know what? I'm going to wear this in solidarity for Britt, because we do not condone revenge porn, okay? So we are in solitary with Britt today, so we got our tatas out. Because I done sucked a little dick before too, Britt. I gave a little head a few times in my day. So we are in solitude with Britt with our outfit. She had this on, and I said, oh my gosh, I've never worn this because I didn't like how my titties looked. I wanted to wear this on Poor Minds, but I was like, this is just too much. But we can do this on Love Lex P because we at home. Ain't that right, Betty? Betty said, put my titties up. Girl, you a hater. Okay, we're not going to talk about what you had on, what you tried to wear on Love Lex P last week, and I made you change. Now, anyways, okay, so starting the episode off, I'm not gonna lie, seeing Britt cry broke my heart. Y'all, please imagine how you would feel if you woke up one morning and your nudes or you giving head to somebody was plastered all over TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Honestly, all jokes aside, seeing Britt cry really, really broke my heart. But Britt, we gonna finish it off in a second. But Britt's husband actually made a good point. Kenya, you have a daughter. You have a daughter, Kenya. Like, what? And I like Kenya, so I'm really upset that she did this. Now, do I think Britt was wrong for acting like 50 Cent and she gonna pull out her 9 and shoot up the place and wet the block? Yes. But I just think revenge porn is a little too far. So as a woman with a daughter, you should have focused on the insurance fraud. And we're going to get to that insurance fraud in a second. But Kenya, the revenge porn was stupid. It didn't eat. I said this last week. But as a woman, you know better, Kenya. You have been slut-shamed before. You have been called all kind of names in the book just because you're out here dating. And, you know, was something that Britt claimed that she did when she was a teenager. Come on now. And she did some webcam. I said, Britt, you little freaky little something. But moving on, I officially love Kelly. Kelly is a great add to Real Housewives of Atlanta. We are 5-6 episodes in, and I'm convinced. I like Kelly as a Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member. I hope to see her next season. Kelly, show up for your friend, girl. I know that's right. Be supportive. Kelly came over there. She brought the little snacks, the little treats. I am for Kelly because you know what? The hardest thing when you're going through something is feeling like nobody has your back. So the fact that Kelly has made it clear, like, yeah, I'm cool with Kenya. She's never shown me that side, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And one thing that a lot of people will try to do is side with the OGs because they feel like, well, I don't want to lose my spot on the show. Kelly's not afraid of that. Kelly's like, I don't care who been on the show for 16 years or who just got here. This is wrong, and I'm standing up for my girl. So I appreciate that from Kelly. Now, moving forward, we're at Shamia's house. Ooh, y'all know I love me some Shamia, child. Love me some Shamia. So we're all at Shamia's house, and I'm glad that Angela asked Portia, what kind of joke is that? Because y'all remember last episode, Portia was like, oh, I know something about your husband. And she was like, what? And she was like, oh, we're not going to talk about it right now. So Portia was like, oh, I was just joking. I shouldn't have been joking with you like that. I think Portia is lying. And y'all know I'm very biased when it comes to my Portia queen, but I think Portia really do got some tea. But now I think she's like, let me put this tea in my pocket because it's not the right time to let it out for no reason. I think Portia really does have some tea about Charles, and she was like, oh, no, girl, I was playing. Let me not show my hand too quickly. But I'm glad that Angela confronted her about that because I'm very much my man too. Because what you know about my man, boo? Let's lay it out on the table, okay? Now, I know everybody was making jokes about Portia crying because she was texting Simon saying Pilar was asking about Simon. Pilar is Portia's daughter. I know everybody was like, oh, Simon hung up in Pilar's face. He don't give a damn. He left her on red. Ha ha, Portia, that's what you get. Now, I'm a little biased again when it comes to this because I was a child who my mom was in a serious relationship with somebody. They got engaged. I was with this man from when I was 2 years old to like, I was in maybe like 4th or 5th grade. And when they broke up, he pretty much just left and didn't talk to me again. So I had serious abandonment issues, like childhood trauma that I'm still dealing with as an adult to this day, as a 35-year-old woman from that happening to me as a child. And I didn't think it was funny. Cause Simon, at the end of the day, you and Portia went through a lot, but I feel like you being mean to Pilar, I'm sure Pilar has an iPad or something. Like, I don't know, that when we get children involved, it's just a lot. But I do think that's why, as people who do have children, you do have to take things slow whenever you're dating people and introducing them to your kids. And this is the reason why. So I didn't think the situation with Pilar wanting to see Simon or asking about Simon was funny because that's not a good feeling. And I agree with Portia when she started talking about the Drew and Dennis storyline. Let's move on. This Dennis and Drew storyline is played out. It's not interesting. It's fake. It's not funny. It was like interesting the first 2 episodes because we were like, oh my gosh, what's the tea here? It's boring. It's dead. Let's move on, okay? Moving on to Drew. Drew and Ralph are so awkward. I'm trying to understand why Ralph won't leave the house. I understand he's paying all the bills, but you can't get you a little like 1 bedroom. I don't know. I just feel like being in that house is just so awkward. Like they cannot stand each other to the point to where y'all are arguing over an exterminator. And I do agree. I hate, don't make me side with men. Drew, I love Drew down, but I do agree, Drew, like if you don't want to deal with somebody or talk to them, just call the exterminator. Y'all are arguing over gnats. I want the gnats gone. Just call the exterminator. And if it ended up being more than $100, $200 and you needed a little help with it, hey, Ralph, I called the exterminators. They came and exterminated, but the bill was a little more than I thought it was. Can you shoot me a couple $100? Simple. Just get it done. I just think not trying to, but having arguments. Y'all got roaches, rats, and ants and gnats. Get them hoes out of there. We not finna argue about this. So yeah, I do think that, she could have handled that situation a little better. And then moving on to Kelly, she was having a conversation with her daughter, Chloe. And this made me sad too, because she was saying how Kelly's ex, Kelly is going through a divorce right now. And she was saying like, he doesn't care for me. He's trying to get custody of my sisters, but he doesn't want me. And if you don't know, Kelly said that in the beginning that Chloe is her first daughter and it was from a previous relationship. So when her and her estranged husband now got together, he took Chloe in as his own. And she's like, yeah, we don't talk. We don't have any type of relationship. And obviously it still seems like he talks to her sisters, which are his daughters. But again, I think you have to be careful, when you get married to somebody and then they develop a relationship with a child that is not essentially theirs, because what does that breakup look like? And this is not towards Kelly, because I think Kelly did all the right things. She got married. She was with this person for, I think she said 11 years. So she didn't think their relationship was going to turn out this way. But again, these men are trash, because how can you be with somebody, a child, for 11 years and just erase them completely and act like they don't exist? So prayers out to Chloe. I don't like that. And it also made me sad because she was saying how she doesn't want to get married because she doesn't want to end up like her mom. And it's so sad because a lot of times That's what when I was a child, that's what I would look at. Like, you know, my mom's relationship and how she carried herself in work or just everyday life. So now she's looking at it like, oh, I don't want to be in love. I don't want to be married because I don't want to go through what you went through. I don't want to end up like you. She literally said that. I could tell it hurt Kelly's feelings. And Kelly was like, oh, no, don't be like that. You'll find love, because you want to keep that innocence in your children. You want to keep them, you know, hope alive. But also it's like, how do you do that when you got to tell them like, girl, you do got to be careful though, because these niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all. My nose is running, child. Y'all can be like, oh, let's skiing on the slopes too. Y'all, I just have a lot going on with my skin. Like I said, just please bear with me. My nose is peeling all around. Everything. I'm shiny, child. Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. All right, Betty. We don't need your commentary, Betty, talking about, well, you be talking about me drinking my whiskey while your nose running. What you been doing, girl? Keep it cute. Moving on. So Shamia was in the studio with RL from Next. Y'all know RL is a friend of the show of Poor Minds. He came on Poor Minds. Shout out to him and Lena. I love him and his wife. And RL is just so cool. Like, you know, you never really meet industry people that are just so super friendly and like nice and down to earth. And RL is just super cool. So shout out to him. I was like, that's why Shamia's song's been so fire, because Shamia got some hits on her hands and Shamia can really sing. But anyways, listen. Did y'all notice Angela went to the studio with Shamia, and guess what she brought up? She brought up Portia hating on Shamia and saying, oh, this is not Shamia singing, this is Drew. I'm telling y'all, the producers told Angela to do that, because I'm telling y'all, there is going to be a blow up or an argument between Shamia and Portia this season. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to be shocked. Because I feel like every episode they make it a point to bring up Shamia and Portia not seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? Now, this episode, Shamia and Portia did go, you know, have a little outing where they talked about everything. But I'm telling y'all, this is going to be something. And you heard it here on Love Lex P. I'm telling y'all, I'm not crazy. But the producers are definitely pushing this storyline of Shamia versus Portia. And, you know, Shamia just coming out on her own. Now, let's get to the brunch. So, the brunch, you know, I have worn my support Brit Edie outfit on. Me and Brit got on the same outfit, period, because I am supporting Brit. I do think Kenya was wrong. Do I think Brit was wrong as well? Yes. But I think Portia took a low blow. But, Brit, every time I try to take your side, you do something that makes me side-eye you and wonder what you're covering up, Brent. All right. See, I should have done that. Now my nose running again. Angela clocked the tea. Again, just like I love Kelly right now, I am loving Angela. Angela was a great addition to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm sorry, y'all. I think we have a cast. I think we've done it. Shamia getting a peach. She should have been have a peach. We have a show, ladies and gentlemen. It's good. I am entertained. Are we getting that Sheree, Kim, Candy like we used to get? No, we're not. But we're getting good Housewives TV. Angela has her insurance license or her mortgage license or something. And Angela was like, you know, you don't just get your license revoked or taken away for rumors. What was the cause, honey? What was the cause? Because Britt is at the brunch table saying, they took away my license. My license is, you know, been revoked. I can't sell insurance anymore because of what Kenya has done, because the internet has me all over, you know, giving a little head. And Angela's like, that doesn't stop anything. They can't take your license away for that. And you can't lose your license over something that you can't control. Honestly, in this situation, Britt, you are the victim. You're the victim. You had no control over this. I just feel like Angela clocked her tea and Britt overreacted. She started yelling, going in on her. But again, there is more to that insurance fraud poster that Kenya had that she possibly, I don't think that she got to, or they didn't show it. There is something ain't clean in that milk with Britt and her insurance, and it's gonna come out because you're on a TV show. And right now, as we speak, people are digging and trying to figure out why you truly got that license revoked. You know what I'm saying? Britt was yelling. She got mad at Angela because she thought that she was going to manipulate the girls into being like, oh my gosh, now Kenya is affecting your money. But Angela's like, excuse me, I have my license. That's not how it works. So instead of Britt just being honest, Britt started to get mad and yelling. So Britt, right when you had me, right when I threw my Alice in Wonderland outfit on, I was like, damn, Britt, I was rooting for you. We was all rooting for you. But something in the milk ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? Angela should have whipped out a poster board on your ass of why your license is really gone since you trying to be funny. I would have pulled out another poster board on your ass since you want to get sassy. And something about Drew. Drew was sitting there like, oh my God, Britt, you are so funny. You are literally so funny because you said twirl on out of here. And it was like she was trying to, I guess, make a play off of Kenya. It didn't land to me, but I was like, Drew, why are you acting like what Britt said was so funny? Are you trying to shade Angela? Because Britt was like, not Britt. Drew was like, this is so funny. You are hilarious. I love you. You're hilarious. She just kept saying that. I'm like, Drew, sit back a little bit. Sit back. And y'all know I love me some Drew, but Drew, what are you doing? It did that clap back that Britt said, oh, telling Angela to twirl on out of here, that didn't eat. Because that's Kenya's line. And I know what you were trying to do, but it didn't catch on for me. Let me know in the comments, did that come back eat to y'all? Because it didn't eat to me. Either way, Angela was asking the right questions. I'm here for Angela. Angela has her license and she knows the tea. Like I said, Angela is a better woman than me because I would have whipped out another poster board on why her license really got taken away. Now, Angela, you have your license and you know a lot of people in the industry. Find out for us. Bring it on out. I love a good poster board moment. Not that one with the little head on it, but we need to see what's on that insurance fraud whole poster board that Kenya had. We need to know what was on there because it's more to this insurance fraud story with Britt, and it's going to come out sooner or later. Now, to wrap up this episode, y'all know we are watching Real Housewives again next week. I hope y'all are getting prepared. Everybody said yes to Basketball Wives. So starting May 5th, we will be reviewing Basketball Wives along with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know y'all are in the comments giving me a lot of shows, but y'all, if I sat here and reviewed every single reality show, we would be here for 2-3 hours. I try to keep the show short and sweet for y'all's attention span so we can get in, get out of here, and don't try to keep y'all too long. So, and it's a lot for me to do. Y'all have to realize I got to watch these shows and I got to get ready for Poor Minds. We got Travel Queens, all this good stuff going on. So we going to keep it at Real Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives for right now. I actually enjoy watching episode by episode and breaking each episode down. So if you're not familiar with Basketball Wives, I'm not going to lie. I haven't watched the past few seasons and I'm not going to. I'm going to start fresh with this season and hopefully I can get caught up and wrapped on in. So we are going to start that May 5th. And another homework assignment for y'all. I'm not going to necessarily do a review with spoilers, but I am going to go see Sinners. The Sinners is a new movie with Michael B. Jordan, produced by Ryan Coogler. Everybody is saying it's amazing. So I'm going to give a review next week, but I won't do any spoilers because the movie literally just came out. Like I record my episodes on Thursdays and Fridays. So it's Friday right now. I'm going to see it tomorrow, but it literally just came out today. So I'm not making it homework for y'all because it was really hard for me to find tickets. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in the Black Hollywood. So it's been sold out everywhere. But I am going to give y'all like a 1 to 10, kind of talk about it a little bit, but I won't spoil it. But I'm going to go watch Sinners. So hopefully some of y'all will watch it. And y'all know I love just to support Black cinema, especially when it goes to the movies. We have to show support to our fellow Black creatives. So yes, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. It's a lot of tea and a lot of things going on. Honestly, when stories drop, I read y'all DMs. Y'all be sending me all the hot tea. It was a slow news week for me, y'all. So lovebirds, make sure y'all hashtag love Lex Lex P. DM me some hot stories. Don't forget the white stories. We be in a business too. So I read all of your DMs. I see everything. So if there's something, some hot tea going on, and y'all want me to talk about it, send it to my DM. I love y'all so much. Hashtag love Lex P on Twitter. Let's get the conversation going. Y'all know I respond to all of y'all's tweets. Make sure y'all tune in to Travel Queens, April 23rd. It'll be on BET Her. It also will be showing on some streaming services the next day. I think it's going to be on like Hulu the next day, and BET.com. If you don't have cable, but BET Her, it will be premiering on Wednesday. So today is Monday, obviously, by the time y'all are watching this. So hopefully I will see some of y'all at the premiere party tonight. I'm gonna be posting my little cute pictures and stuff like that. Lovebirds, I love y'all so much. Another episode of Love Lex P. We have been consistent. We are in this thing every single Monday, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.